I was 6'1" in 7th grade. I remember just being 12 years old and being nearly a foot taller than all of my classmates. And I'm 6'4" now, 23 years old, having barely grown any more since then. Being this young and tall brought me a lot of attention, and while it was good in some ways, I remember being made fun of a lot. The reason for this was because I had a very high-pitched voice. Everyone from my own classmates to the older kids asking me why I sounded the way I sounded, or girls even questioning my sexuality. I'm like, damn, looking back at it, kids were really dickheads. But I vividly remember my other guy friends being shorter than me and having much deeper voices, and no one really took me seriously. I would be left out of conversations, I would be left out of things, and I would wonder what I was doing wrong. I thought I was friendly, I would participate, I played sports. And looking back at it, it makes a lot more sense. If you're a young guy right now and you're practically invisible, you're left out of conversations, you're not being invited to things, girls are telling you about how bad their day was rather than telling you to come over, start working on your voice. Your voice, besides your face, is one of the first things someone notices about you. And I know we live in a generation where you shouldn't judge other people. No one will judge you. Don't care about how you sound. People will accept you the way you are. Believe me, everyone, including yourself, judges everything and everyone around them. A deeper and a stronger voice is a sign of strength. It is a sign of authority. And if you're tired of being invisible, besides going to the gym, this is one of the first things you should start working on. And I promise if you do, you will start seeing results immediately. The tips that I'm going to be sharing in this video, I genuinely believe you have not heard anywhere, because I used to watch these videos myself and I have not heard them uncover what I'm going to tell you right now. In this video, I'm not going to be going over weird exercises of laying down on your back, breathing, all these neck weird voodoo shit. Everything that I try to share in my videos, I want it to be actionable, things that you can do every single day sustainably. And the last tip that I'm going to give you, I promise no one has ever told you ever regarding a deeper voice before. And if you don't get any value from that one, I want you to unsubscribe and dislike this video. But really quickly, before I get into the actionable tips, I want to share what actually makes an attractive voice. Well, research shows that around 96 hertz is what is considered to be the most attractive frequency for men. Now, while I may not have the deepest voice, here are my results that I took right before filming this video, and I think I have some credibility in making it. So, let's begin. The first actionable tip I'm going to give you is that you need to relax. When you're stressed and you're anxious and you're all over the place, you start to speak faster, which makes your voice higher. Just think about a time when you were about to present, you're about to speak in front of people. It's very natural for people to start speaking a little bit faster out of fear, but that naturally raises your voice higher. When you're relaxed, you will talk much slower, you will sound much more confident. And when you do that, your voice becomes naturally deeper. Slow the hell down. Breathe. Be present. Talk more fluidly. Talk slowly. When you become more relaxed and confident, your voice will automatically become deeper. That's something you can do right now. Take full, deep breaths all the way from your diaphragm and let it raise all the way throughout your body. When you keep your voice just at your mouth level and throughout here rather than all the way deep down with your breath, that's what makes all the difference. So the very first step is just to calm down and relax. The very second thing that will automatically give you a deeper voice immediately is hydration. You have vocal cords, and like any instrument that has strings or that has chords or whatnot, needs to be lubricated. Pause. Any sort of instrument needs to be moist and somewhat lubricated in order to have the most full sound possible. By being hydrated, it allows your vocal cords to move a lot more freely. I think you probably know this from your own life. When your mouth is dry, when you're just parched, your voice doesn't feel as strong. You almost start coughing a little bit. You start just speaking through the mouth. You want to be hydrated at all times, one, because it's just overall good for your health, but it will dramatically have an impact on your voice right now. Try remembering how you sound right now, then drink some water after, and just see automatically how much better you sound. And by being hydrated, it also maintains the right amount of mucus production in the lining of your throat so that you have the most full sound possible. The third tip of this video is that you need to practice. Action, action, action. Regardless of any tip that I give in any of my videos, you need to practice and you need to just improve a little bit at whatever you do. And this goes exactly the same for having a deeper voice. Just start practicing a little bit daily, speaking out loud. Speaking has become a lost art in the modern age because everything is digital, everything is online, everything is through a screen. Most young guys probably don't talk enough at all, which is why they don't even know what their voice really sounds like because they're barely talking. Start by just reading things that you're reading online out loud. If you have a book, start practice reading out loud so you can just get a baseline understanding of what your voice sounds like. From there, read the same passages day by day and just try speaking a little bit deeper than you're used to speaking. It'll create a little bit of tension in your voice and it might hurt a little bit, and this is a good thing. Now, you don't want to absolutely destroy your throat either, but you do want there to be a little bit of tension. If I try right now and I try speaking a little bit deeper, there's a little bit of tension in my voice right now. It doesn't hurt, but it does feel like a little bit of tightness here. And that's good, especially when you're trying to practice. The same logic goes for when you're trying to go to the gym, right? In order to grow muscle, you lift weight so that it will tear the muscle and it comes back stronger. You have to kind of hurt yourself a little bit in order for it to get bigger. The same goes for your voice, but just for maybe 5 minutes a day. This is just something you can do when you're reading, which you should be doing on self-improvement anyway. But if you're just in conversation with other people, with your family, just try a little bit every single day over a week and over a month. The changes will be very noticeable. Now, if you don't want to read out loud or you feel uncomfortable speaking in a different voice to other people, just start by saying random phrases out loud, phrases that you probably say the most often, and just practice saying that a bit deeper. Hey, how's it going? How was your day? How was your weekend? Goodbye, see you later. These phrases, just keep repeating them, but in a little bit of a deeper voice. So when it comes to actually saying that in real life, it'll just be deeper. If you feel weird saying any of those phrases, you can say, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, leave a like and share this video. And then when you combine saying those phrases with actually doing it, that's how you get a deeper voice. And now the very last tip of this video, as promised. You have not heard this before because it doesn't revolve around just doing something right now to make your voice deeper. It's about doing this one thing so that it will influence your confidence, which will then create a deeper voice. So, what is this one thing? It's having general knowledge about things. I know no one has ever told you this before, but I'm going to explain why this one is probably the most critical. All the other tips, as I have explained, are things to just dramatically affect the voice itself so that it becomes deeper. What you're lacking right now is confidence. I guarantee you sometime in your life when you were confident, you were very sharp about something, you were very passionate, you probably spoke about it a lot more differently than when you weren't passionate, when you didn't really care, you just had to present something because you had to. By having general knowledge about things, this gives you confidence about subject matter. When you have general knowledge about sports, history, politics, and you're able to just add things to conversations, one, you just sound more intelligent anyways because you're talking so much. But when you know what you're talking about, this will affect how you say it. And this tip is just so critical because we live in a dumb generation now where no one reads, no one cares about learning anything, no one wants to figure out things anymore. They are so addicted to instant gratification that no one wants to just find out information out there. This world is old, but also beautiful because there's been so much that has gone on in just the last few thousands of years. There's so much of subject matter out there. Start by going after some topics that just you're naturally interested in. Read about it. Go down rabbit holes on Google or on YouTube and just start to get comfortable with information. And that way, whenever it does get brought up in conversations, one, you know what you're talking about, but because you've become so comfortable with reading about it and you really know your shit, you're going to sound very convincing. And believe me, your voice will deepen up naturally when you do this. Right now, you're coming off as submissive, passive, and weak because you don't know shit about shit. You right now don't care about anything besides your phone and what's for dinner. Your favorite shows were recommended to you by other people. You wear clothes that are deemed cool by other people. Everything you do is given to you based off of the judgment of other people. When is the last time you've made a decision for you and not based off of what other people will think? The most actionable tip is to pick up a book, go on YouTube, go on Google, and rather than watching Mr. Beast videos, watching random shit online, go learn about something that you're just interested in. And over time, your breadth of knowledge will just expand so much that, again, not only will you be more intelligent, but it'll affect the way how you present it when it comes to conversations. As always, I hope you got a ton of value from this video, and if you did, I wish you all the utmost success because there's plenty for all of us. Mwah.